You are listening to the Millionaire Architect Podcast with Matt Ganzak.
Welcome back to the Millionaire Architect Podcast. My name is Matt Ganzak. I am your host. Eventually, we will be interviewing some people, and in these first couple, we are not interviewing people. We are talking to you, and we are having a discussion, right? Today, we're talking about taking risks. We talked a little bit about it in the first episode, but today we're talking a little bit more about risk taking and where to take risks and where to take the right risks. And it just reminds me of so many stories, like so many entrepreneurs throughout world and all throughout time. You will read their stories, and I'm looking at several books right now, and many of them have these words in it where it says, I got $100,000 in debt. I got $50,000 in debt. I got $150,000. I got $200,000 in debt. I hear it all the time, right? I hear it all the time about creating debt in order to go forward. Because listen, it's really hard to have a very successful business right up front, a very profitable, successful business right up front. And then the question is, if you have a very profitable, very successful business right up front, what do? Do you reinvest the money? Do you go and spend that on expensive things? How are you forwarding your business and forwarding the things that you're working on? So we talked a little bit about taking risks in the first episode when I said that my boss pulled me in and said that he was going to throw me out the window of a high-rise office in Midtown Manhattan if I did not start taking risks, if I did not start taking risks with his money and with his company. And it was controlled risks, but he forced me to get out there and think bigger and take bigger risks. So what does taking a risk mean? Well, to me, it is still staying focused on the end goal and finding a mentor, finding somebody that's already accomplished the thing of which you're trying to accomplish, and asking them the question, if you were in my place, what risk would you take? If you were in my place, what would be the next step from here, right? So some people would look and say, hey, did 7 figures last year. Fantastic. Okay. What do you do after making 7 figures? Do you go and spend a bunch of money and try to sort something out? See, my belief is when you make something very successful, my belief is that you dig in and try to expand on that success using the same thing. So let's say, for example, you make 7 figures as a dog walker, for example. I know it's a ridiculous example, but let's say you make 7 figures as being the best dog walking company in all of some state, right? What's your next step? Obviously to expand to the other states, right? If you can do 7 figures as a dog walker in the one state, hats off to you. But then how do you expand your dog walking business and your people to multiple states? What sort of issues are you going to face as you're trying to expand to multiple states and grow from a 7-figure to 8-figure and, onwards from 9-figure company? How do you do that? What are some of those pitfalls that you're going to deal with? And we've had to deal with these with several clients and with our own businesses as well. How do you expand beyond that first big growth? And a lot of people have an issue with that. And a lot of people have issues with, okay, so let's say I'm a graphic designer, for example. I have a graphic design company, and let's say that I made 6 figures last year, which is fantastic. I mean, that's making 6 figures is fantastic for a single solo graphic designer that lives a great life and has great clients and is absolutely happy. We're going to talk about what real wealth is in a little bit, but not right now. We'll talk about that in the next one. But what I want to say to you right now is, if you're making 6 figures as a solo entrepreneur and you're really happy and doing really well and you have great clients and you could totally see yourself doing that for a long time, then stick with it. But figure a better way that you can expand without, jeopardizing some of the other things in your life, whether that's time or family or health or whatnot. Like really focus on that piece. But if you're going to say, all right, I'm going to take this $100,000, I want to expand, I want to take risks, I want to do it in the right way, you're not going to go and expand to add on, doing video development or doing website development. That's not the best place to expand. The best place to expand is to find the things that made you six figures and then say, how can we do this better? How can we expand to serve more customers doing the same thing, but serve more customers? See, I believe that one of the biggest issues that people have, and I've been doing this, working with startups since 2008, but one of the biggest problems that I see people having is when they have a success, they look outside of that product or outside of that service to say, how do I provide more services to these clients? Yes, that is a way to grow, but no, it's not a way to scale. It's not a way to grow vertically. Like, that's growing horizontally. So think about it this way. So let's say, one bucket would be one service that you're providing. Scaling is going upwards from there and continuing to fill more clients into that bucket. How can you do that? Like, what do you need to do in order to grow your bucket vertically? Well, you need to have more people that can do the work. Okay, how do you find more people? How do you train those people? How do you grow that? How do you grow this customer base? Because as you go and start building more buckets, the customers come in and say, well, you have success in building this, but I don't see success in building this, so I'm not going to hire you, right? So maybe you could get a couple of clients over, but instead of speaking in generality, let me speak more directly. So let's say that I have an agency, right? And let's say that I am really good at graphic design, right? People come to me for graphic design. People come to me to have me do graphic design for them. I don't, because I'm one of the worst graphic designers on the planet. But yeah, let's say people come to me for graphic design, right? So they come to me and I say, okay, well, we are really good at graphic design. Here are a bunch of projects that we've done. And I went over the client like that. Fantastic. Great. That is what you need to do, but you need to keep doing more of that. You need to find a way that you can get the work done, fulfill the work, and continue to stack and grow clients. Now get to the point that those 5 clients turn into 500 clients, right? Those 5 clients turn into 5,000 clients. Now you have a massive success where people come to you, you're earning referrals, you're earning future business, you're doing great business, you're solving your customers' problems, they're staying on board, they're staying with you forever. Now, on the other side, let's say you take those 5 clients and then you go and start saying, hey, I'm doing video, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing all these other things. And then let's say that client comes forward and they're not getting their work done at the same amount of time, right? Well, Matt, he's too busy. Matt's getting busy. I've literally heard this from clients. Matt's getting too busy with his other business and with his other thing. I'll just hire somebody else. Now you just lost the client. You're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to grow this business and it's going to be fantastic. But no, you're actually hurting yourself by adding services. So what I typically say is the best thing to do is to be the best at what you are. Be the best at what you can do and try to grow that vertically first. After you grow that sustainably vertically where you're earning referral business, that you would have, say, 30% of your business comes from your existing social media and your marketing and your efforts. 30% of business, say, comes from referrals, and 30, 40%, whatever the difference is, comes from your advertising efforts and all of the other things that you're doing out there, out in the world, say you're blogging, say whatever it is that you're doing. So you want to split up your pie into those pieces. Say your organic traffic comes from here, your advertising dollars, provide this much of the pie. My referral business provides this much of the pie. But you need to stack the value of what you're doing inside of that one service before you go and start building out other services. So going back, in terms of taking risks, if I come in and I'm really good at graphic design, do I go and build, a website development company and this company and that company and this company and that company and spread my $100,000 out beyond all of that? Or do I reinvest that $100,000 into being the best graphic designers? It's the second one. You have to reinvest into the thing that you are the best at and continue to be the best at that. So at one point in time, I said, hey, I want to do SEO. And then it got to the point that I was like, oh man, SEO is not going to be around. Like, search engine optimization isn't what it was. I need to take a step out of this. So I took a step out of search engine optimization. A lot of people came in as I was branded as kind of the SEO guy. I spent $27,000 in 3 days of marketing, and I really branded myself and launched a platform, signed up thousands of people, and made a ton of money in those days. And I signed up a bunch of people to my trial and into Scale Up Academy, which was originally only SEO. And then people were like, oh, you're the SEO guy. I don't need SEO right now, so I'll get back to you when I need SEO. And I was like, all right, well, maybe I made a mistake going all in on SEO. Maybe I need to take a step back. Maybe I need to focus on, Facebook advertising and landing page development and AdWords and YouTube and podcasting and all these other things that I'm great at, and Instagram and so forth. Maybe I need to focus on the whole piece and maybe make this more about business development and maybe make it a little less about the ins and outs of SEO and so forth. So that's what we did. We rebranded it. Still, that same SEO course is inside of Scale Up Academy, which you can grab. It's $97 a month, which I was charging $2,000 for the program, and now I charge $97 a month, and now I give you 12 modules of content. So I've built out to the point that we say we want to help you grow your business. We want to help you build your business, and we want it to be a small monthly charge instead of this big, price tag, because I believe in stacking value, and I believe in creating value in that vertical instead of building out multiple products and creating something that's super, super complicated. So in the end, we'll eventually reveal our end goal, which is all software based, but it's serving a single individual person. We have built software that would allow that individual person to only need our software. It would be one software suite, and their entire business, their entire product, everything that they've ever done and will do can all be built inside of our own platform and our own software. And then our training ends up becoming the training to help you with our software and with our proprietary things that we've built. So that's our end goal. I just revealed it. I was saying that I was going to do it later, but I don't care. It's fine. But in the end, we take risks, reinvest back into it. And I've spent $250,000 on my credits alone, reinvesting back into that platform to build it, grow it. My credits is 100% completely built on my investment. And all of my products are 100% completely built at this point in time on my investment. By all means, if somebody comes in and gives me a great deal, I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm not going to turn down a great opportunity. But at this point in time, every single thing that I've done is a reinvestment of my money and time and efforts to go and serve a single client, to provide them that end-all solution that no one will ever need any other solution ever again until the end of time. That is my business model. And every single thing that I do is to help achieve that. Even the supplement product line. The supplement product line is to help you to be the best, most optimized, most focused person throughout the day. No need for naps, no need for any of those things, because you're super focused, lightning focused. And that's how I'm able to, I wrote a book in 48 hours. I wrote the $1 Million Plan in 48 hours. I typed the whole thing out, had it all done, edited within a couple of weeks, and published within 5 weeks, best-selling author within 5 weeks, from first word being typed to best-selling author in 5 weeks. Absolutely incredible. I wouldn't have been able to do it without my health. I wouldn't have been able to do it without my focus. I wouldn't have been able to do it without optimizing my brain and my health and my gut and everything about myself in order to achieve that. And again, we're going to talk a little bit about how I optimize health and so forth in later podcasts. But today I wanted to talk about taking risks. And I want to say the people who go then and take the wrong risks and say, all right, well, I built this graphic design company. Now I'm going to go and build a video editing company. That's a wrong risk. In my eyes, completely wrong risk. You really have to focus on the things that made you great and the things that made your business what it is. And then you have to dig in deeper to make that better. How can you make that better? How can you grow to make that better? Because if you're constantly looking to jump around, you're not staying consistent. If you're constantly jumping around, you're going to lose that momentum and that focus and the velocity that you're creating inside of that first business. And then you're going to start losing focus on the other focus on your business. And you're like, Matt, you've built multiple platforms. You brand yourself as, I built 3 software platforms, right? And I've actually built beyond 3 software platforms. Those are the 3 that I own a large portion of, and there are others that I own a smaller portion of. But I have built multiple things, and I do it from the standpoint of saying, how do I serve this customer? How do I serve this customer better? Sure, there are many products inside of that main product or that main business, but the company is based around the customer and solving a need for that customer and providing solutions for that customer. And every single thing that I do inside of Scale Up Academy, it's focused on the customer. It's not focused on how to make the clicks inside of Facebook in order to get more people to sign up for your stuff. It's focused on the customer, how to emotionally connect better with that customer to then take them through to the next steps and go forward and, provide more solutions for that customer. So when I think about it and I think about taking risks, I think about the IV hydration company and saying, all right, now if this customer really wants this end solution, and we can provide better solutions by investing into research and development to provide that solution for that customer, that's a great risk to take if, in the end, we are providing the solution for the customers of which they're looking for. So to understand what risks you need to take, 1, you need to find a mentor to help you that's already accomplished something similar to what you're trying to accomplish. And 2, you need to understand your customer, because at the end, every single success and advancement of your company is going to be the customer that dictates the direction and where you go. You have to understand your customer. And when you ask customers, don't ask 1 or 2 people. I want you to ask 50. I want you to ask 100. I want you to talk to as many potential customers as possible, get feedback from them, and better understand what their frustrations are and how you can provide that solution in their life. The better you know your customer, the better you're able to tailor your product to fit their needs, and the better you're able to then focus on taking the right risks in your business to forward your business and not take the wrong risk. So if I go back and talk about that graphic design company and say, if I talk to those 5 clients and out of all 5 of those clients, none of them say, I need you to do this and 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 everything. I wish you were a full service agency. If all 5 of them say, I wish you were a full service agency, I would become a full service agency. But if only one of them says, hey, I wish you did video work, I'm not going to go and build a video the company. I'm going to go and align with the video team and say, hey, we partnered up with this video team. You can get the work done there. I'll get an affiliate commission kicked off of it. Fantastic. Otherwise, I would just be like, hey, what we do is graphic design. This is what we do, and we are the best at it. This is why you work with us, and we'll continue to help you with those solutions that you're looking for. So in the end, if you're looking to take risks, take a look at your client. Take a look at your prospective customers and take a look at your overall business and what you want to do 5 years down the road. If all those things align and your mentor agrees, go ahead and jump in with both feet. So with that, I will say, if you want to join one of our programs, be sure to check out Scale Up Academy. Come on in. It's a great place to get started with us helping to mentor you. And then from there, we have the Millionaire Architect Inner Circle. You can jump into that. Also, grab my book, The $1 Million Plan. You can grab that on Amazon. And I really appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate every single second of your time. I want to reward you for that. So be sure to go to mattganzak.com and grab my credits. My credits will install into your browser, and I will physically pay you for engaging with any of our content online. So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the Millionaire Architect Podcast.
You are listening to the Millionaire Architect Podcast with Matt Ganzak, brought to you by My Credits. My Credits. Reward your loyal customers for watching your videos and engaging with your business. Your customers will love you for it.